Traffic was brought to a complete standstill on Friday evening, with vehicles backed up for miles. The accident happened on this stretch of road near mile 6 at just after 5 p.m. Dwayne Pelayo and Gerald Gillett were on a cycle heading to Ladyville when they slammed almost head-on into this pickup owned by the Belize Tourism Board.
Police were called to an area on at mile 6 on the Philip Golson Highway. They met a pickup with damages. They met a motorbike severely damaged, and 2 persons were on the ground, and they were declared deceased at scene, on scene. The information we have presently is that the motorcycle rider and pillion rider were on their way to somewhere in this area, in Ladyville, and collided. May have collided into the pickup. We are looking at what may have caused it. We did speak to the driver, who was injured to some extent. However, the motorcycle riders, like I said before, were deceased on spot.
The motorcycle was crushed. An eyewitness told us that the impact was so massive that the driver died immediately, while his passenger lived only seconds longer.
The cycle fly past me. When it fly past me, it hit into one black truck right on the side of the road. When it hit the black truck, it cut off on the black truck and straight into the BTV vehicle and right up in the air and flat on the ground.
All right, now it seems that the BTV truck was on its side just from looking at it. Was the cycle overtaking, or did it lose control, like you said, when it knocked the black vehicle?
It overtook the black truck, and while it overtook the black truck, it hit like the mirror or something on the black truck. And then it gone, then second way to get off on that, it gone over to the left, and the BTV truck looked like him to try to get out of the way, half of the road, but it still hit down.
Could you tell from what you saw if that was instantaneous for the persons on the cycle?
Well, when the thing happened, I get out of my car and I gone, and the one middle of the road, him looked like him dead. Right away, but the one on the fence, him to breathe. For a while, and then it breathed, and then it breathed, and then it stopped.
The tragedy highlighted another serious problem. As we told you, the road was literally blocked for hours. No access into or out of Belize City on the major artery.
It became quite chaotic. There are times when everybody's going home, and Friday is a day when everybody leaves their job and they travel out district. The highway was very crowded. We do appreciate that communicating with the media. Right away, persons were asked to use the other highway, asking persons to be patient with us. We ask that persons always be patient with us. There are times when it is required, and sometimes tensions do flare. Friday's events showed us where we have to put something in place for that particular part of the highway, because it locks off access both in and out, and to some extent some persons were trapped within that area. Looking at it and re-strategizing will be key for us, because it is not as though it is not going to repeat itself.
For Pelayo and Gillett, any warning would come too late. But for others who will be using this potentially hazardous stretch of road, it is wise to exercise extreme caution.
Be cognizant of, one, at that time of night, at that time in the evening, it's going to be dark. You need to be lighted. For motorcycle riders, your helmets, very key. However, riding a motorcycle, driving a vehicle, if you were consuming something, it is not advisable any at all. That piece of highway is rather dark. It's not well lit. You need to have lights, and proper ones at that. You need to be cautious not only for yourself but for the next person. You know, there are pedestrians, motorcycles, bicyclists, and other vehicles using the road. Being in a haste doesn't actually help. You know, it doesn't help at all if you are in a haste and you cause a problem for yourself.
Looking at the scene of the impact, it would be difficult to believe, but the driver of the pickup received only very minor injuries and walked away. Mike Rodon for News 5.